Our podcast, what's going on? I'm here with.
D. Smith, I'm your girl.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Chase Way back with another video. We are here for our August podcast for Out of Eye. Welcome back. We did miss July. It was on me. I'm gonna be honest. It's on me.
Birthday.
The reason why it was on me, I simply say, me and my girlfriend got in time crunch. We just thought about doing Uber Eats, and it was just like we need to come up with 1,100 because I did have a plan. It was like we was gonna do $75 per week, but it turned into if I can flip this $75 into making some money, but I was losing my bet. So about June, I was like, okay, something gotta shake. So and that's when it was like, okay, let me look into DoorDash and see if I'm doing something wrong. And that's when I realized I did something wrong. I didn't make sure my background got approved. So I accepted that, then it let me through. I was like, dang, if I would have known this, I would have been able to make some money. And when I immediately came back home, because that's what I was trying to look for. Mm-hmm. And to see like you can possibly make like $100 per day or more, I was like, dang, that's crazy. But now it got me thinking like, okay, from here on out, this what we doing on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So
excuse me, y'all.
That's what
it was all on him. And I think also he turned a year older last month, and so he's getting close to 30. So happy belated birthday to my son.
Thank you.
Yes, 28.
Yep.
A new chapter. But as always, we got to start out what we admire about each other.
I don't have one.
You don't have one? Yeah, I think we've been saying it over and over. It's like a repeat cycle. We say this every time. So I just admire the fact that you take your time out and give me a little bit of this hour that we spend with each other each month. And it's funny that I'm saying it out loud because it's reality that hits that it's only about an hour that I can get to see you face to face just to do this. So I admire that you still giving your mom this time, even though we do talk on the phone. Let's not get it twisted. But to see my baby, my young man, my son, face to face is I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't really have nothing to say for admiration. Mm-hmm. It's just I appreciate you and I love you. That's it.
Well, cool beans. So let's get right in. I guess we need to play catch up.
We don't have to. I don't want to play catch up.
You don't play catch up?
I don't want to play catch up. I want to go into like what's been the focus now.
Okay. Focus for me.
What's been the focus for you?
Focus for me is, like I said, I think I mentioned this in the beginning of the year, that I am learning how to take off hats. Mm-hmm. And so my focus is still on removing hats and making better decisions where it comes down to business. Of course, I always say, yes, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur at heart. So for me, it's still removing those hats and delegating and time management. So my time management, I feel actually this week that I have taken some things, hats off, and some things off my to-do list. So having the idea of you helping me with my receipts kind of opened up my eyes about, okay, so if he can do this, and then I can do some things, and somebody else doing my tax and stuff, I can really focus on more networking to getting contracts and stuff. So I'm not sure. The thing that I've learned about the contracting, because I've done a lot of bidding, so the first 6 months I was on it. From January to now, just on it. haven't heard anything. So I did a follow up on 2 other bids, and the guy I talked to, he was like, "Well, we haven't heard nothing, but it usually take about 3 months or so." So I'm still optimistic about that. We're gonna get these 2 bids that I bid because they want it. We just waiting to hear something. So I've been and hey, we not, I don't want anyone to say, "Oh my God, she's throwing her beliefs." But I am very spiritual, so I just want to say that yeah, I've been really talking to God and about certain things. So if you notice, I be sending you stuff, just affirmations for me, and having the universe and spiritual and positive stuff around. So I think that things happen when it needs to happen. And I'm gonna give an example of this. So, and I guess some people may say, "Oh, this is just pure luck." So I was paying all the bills and stuff. I got paid on the 15th. All the mortgages and all that stuff is due. And I realized, boom, I got into the negative. So me, and I'm like, dang, I ain't been in the negative in my account in I don't know how long. And I'm like, God, gosh, even though we have this business with the dump trucks and it's good money, but the work has been very slim. And so I normally can move some money here and there to make me last to the next paycheck. So I thought I had calculated everything right, and then I looked and I was like a negative 143, and I'm like, God, dog. All right, what can I do? So last month I had 31 days. And I'm like, dang, 31. Usually when we like that, our payroll hits on 31. But I have things that's coming out on the 30th, and I'm already in the negative. So I'm like, I don't need nothing else, trying to pull out. So whatever I'm calculating for is not going to give. Well, on the 29th, I was walking with my coworker, and she was talking. She was like, "Did your check hit? Usually yours hit early." I said, I didn't even look. Because I knew like two days prior or whatever, 2 or 3 days prior, I was in the negative. What you see?
About like a net.
Oh, net. Oh, I got to bring it. But anyway, so after we got through walking, I looked and boom, lo and behold, my check hit. And I was like, thank God. That hit, and the week before, we did have a good week, so I paid myself in the other business. So that check hit. So I'm like, yes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, always on time. I never, he never fails us. And now I'm like, okay, what do I do? What hours do I got to pay? What I got to hold on to? And then looking at the week for the business. So, to say all that, me being spiritual, I always be relying on God. You know what I'm saying? I have that faith that everything is going to be okay. And that's one thing about it. I guess some kids need to realize that, some things you got to work. A consistent paycheck helps. And this entrepreneurship, you can be an entrepreneur, but don't quit your job until you made it. You know what I'm saying? Until that money just, you got guaranteed money coming in. Because sometimes it doesn't. So that was just my point I needed to get out. So that's what I'm focused on still. Same thing. Every time I'm on here, I was like, ooh, something good coming up. Because that's what it feels like. Things come up. You be excited to bid on some stuff, and then it doesn't happen. And I'm okay with that. Because I know that it's going to come. And when it's due, it's going to be so rewarding that it's going to be like, how do you feel? And I'll be like, I don't know. It don't even still feel real, So I'm waiting for that moment. So that's what I'm pushing towards. That's why I keep going.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting for that feeling. It's kind of like graduation, when you graduate from high school. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, dang, I did it. The graduation from college for me was the same way because of the fact, I had you and I had to stop and all this. So it was like that personal reward for me that I kept going. I kept doing the things that I need to do as a mother and still do the things that I need to do for myself. Yeah. So those rewards right there is what I think is the most fulfilling thing that you can do for yourself than anything. And then just being consistent. And for me, another goal, and then I'm gonna let you talk, me losing weight. So I was on here and I was telling her I'm gonna do it, and my mindset, and that's entrepreneurship again. You have to really change your mindset and be like, okay, this is what I need to do. I know I got to do it. So change some habits, and my habits was the sweets and the carbs. And so I was more focused on myself, more focused on what I needed to work on, and not be stressed out about anything else and anybody else. So
and that worked out great for you. Huh?
It did. So yeah,
that's good.
Super excited.
That's wonderful. I'm glad your goals and got met.
Yeah. It took me at this age to realize that I need to have boundaries and stick to them. I knew I always had to have the boundaries. I just felt like I needed.
I feel like back in y'all days, y'all called it limits until you actually understood the word boundary.
I didn't even have limits. I mean, it was, for me, it was never instilled of taking care of yourself. It was more of mama telling me that, hey, that's still your mama, you got to do. It was like, I supposed to have done. This is something that I had to do because of whoever was in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because of that title.
Yeah.
And it's not that. So, I think it's our culture that, nothing wrong with it, but it's different when you trying to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then allow me to help when I can or where I can. Not
or just
expecting me.
Or help when it's comfortably for you.
Yep, yes. Most definitely.
Gotcha. So, everything that you probably didn't thought about or I didn't say it, out the window. All goes from beginning out the window. So, turn 28. Once I turned 28, I said, all right, we're going to have a new approach. We're going to start sports betting, and we're going to see how much money can we make before we turn 29. 3 days in, 4 days into
28.
Into 28. So what's today? The 1st, the 2nd?
The 2nd.
So we got the 1st, the 30th. So 7 days after turning 28. I didn't win nothing. I didn't win not one bet. I'll take that back. I won a bet. But, let me see. I put 25, got up to 75, went down to 10. Took that 10 and won to 50. And then from that 50, I got it to 100. Took 50 off. Bet that 50. Made it to $5. And about Tuesday, I got it to 50. I got it to 55. No. Yeah, Tuesday, I put in my last $15. I got that to 55 Wednesday morning. So I was like, all right, this 7 days in, I'm frustrated. So I made one single bet. I was like, this is my last $15 until it's time for me to get paid. I placed it on Serbia and Puerto Rico to stay up under 87 points first half. Both teams don't score the ball that high. They didn't score the ball well all the way to the exhibition games and just their first game in. they push, so it voided my ticket. I got my money back. You know, when you get your money back, you don't feel away, right?
Right.
You like, okay, we can still move on.
That's what I do.
I got a burning sensation, like I lost, and I was like, yep, I can't let sports betting control my emotions like that. I could be like, dang, next time I'm getting like that. I was like, okay, that's the moment that I need to take a break. I'm gonna just wait till NFL season. So Alana bought me a book, 48 Laws of Power, which I watched a few YouTube videos when I was driving, but I was trying to listen to it 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, I might need to buy the book. But Alana sent it to me on TikTok. She was like, if I got this for you, would you read it? And I was like, yeah, I'll read it. So she bought it. And I haven't picked it up. It's been like 2 months. It's been about 2 months. Because she got into reading books. She got back into reading books, and she just been reading a little bit more. So she just wanted to give me a book so I can start reading too. So my goal now is to make sure I read that book before I start back sports betting. So I got 3 to 4 weeks until the first game of the regular NFL season. On top of that, in the meantime, I'm going to get back into, like, I want to make some videos of how can I start incorporating AI into my videos. So I'm going to start producing videos that incorporate AI, so that way it can be more so a little bit different on Chase Way channel. Just start changing it up a little bit and start integrating AI, because although I know how to use it, it's just something that I use every day. But it's something that I can start using every day, so I'll at least be a little bit more inclined and start becoming more familiar with it. Because if I don't use it, then it's become I'll become outdated.
Yeah.
So
when you start feeling like you're old.
Yep. So it's like, okay, let me start incorporating that. So now, leading up until, it's been 2 days since I haven't sports bet. Haven't been stressed. Haven't been angry. Haven't been frustrated. I haven't had the need of, I need to win this money so I can have some extra. And then, you know, we working on our budget. So now it's more so of like, okay, I know we got this budget. Let me at least use some of this money, put in, try to win some money. It's like, no, I'm not even going to deal with it. So now it's like, I need to focus on making sure that I accomplish these things before I start back sports betting, and have a much clearer mind and not be so emotionally drawn to it.
That's good.
So that's my goal now.
All right. I like that.
And then on the weekend, Uber Eats and DoorDash. And then, yeah, that's about it. We got tomorrow, Sunday, and my goal is to see if I can get Alana to go to the gym without me, and try to Uber and DoorDash up into the 10th, because we have into the 12th to pay the $1,100. But we got up to about $640 in the account now, and she got me to put $50 back, and I haven't touched it. I haven't even thought about putting the $50 over to Sportsbet. So I was like, all right, I need to not let it control me and not be angry because I didn't win. Because I know I need the money, but it's not more so I need the money. It's not based off of survival. I got to get back to make sure that I'm just looking at the numbers instead of like emotional thing of, come on, I know you can do this. I know you can do this. Instead of just saying, oh, you just haven't been doing this particularly well, so I'm going, instead of expect you to reach this projection over, I'm going to just look at it like for what it is and just take the under. And if you go over, okay, cool, I can live with that. But that projection is set for you to 9 times out of 10 to go under. You have to perform well to go over, which in most cases, some more than likely they have down days more than up days. You just have to look at it instead of like stressing about like, let me stick to my favorite people. Yeah, you feel that net, huh?
Yeah.
It's just bothering us. I'm trying to get it. So that's where I've been at. So
well,
now I'm just like, okay, I need to read this, integrate AI into YouTube. I'm still gonna go live between 6:30 a.m. and 8 o'clock in the morning. I go in there for 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Monday through Friday, weekend, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and make sure I read. So, Alana over there with her family, but I was like, I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna film my podcast, I'm gonna probably make a few videos, and then I'm gonna just stay over here for a little minute. So that's just been my goal.
Good. It's funny how things change.
But really what got me is like, I really got angry because I got my money back. So I got money sitting there. I still got my 15 sitting there, and I still got my $55 on Prize Picks, which I looked at like with the slates and with the projections, but I haven't betted on that.
Yeah, you know that's like like me with the scratch offs. I have $20. I got it in my mind. I'm gonna say $20. I'm driving. I'm like, ooh, can I do two $10? That'd be like the most if you hit on it, or do some fives. So I go in. I do a 10 and 2 5s. So that way I'm in my mind. Okay, that's three. 3 tickets of $20. Or I could be like, only get 4. $5 ones. So that way I have a lot more to scratch. And then I could get my odds, whatever I'm going to hit on it. Luckily, depending on the $5, I can hit $10 on there. So I'm like, oh yeah, I double this, So I ain't going to be too mad if I don't get, nothing back. Then I can hit like $15 on one, like this one card. That's all I'm getting. It's 15. Now, take in mind, that's an extra, you just made $5 that you didn't have. But if I do that 10 and 2 5s and that's all I do, I done lost just $5.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm mad because I'm always getting 15. It's either, 10 or 15. And I'm like, God, dog, that's it. So I know what you're feeling. And then if I get that and go back that evening or when I come home, when I get off and I go and spend that 15 and don't hit nothing, I get really pissed. I be like, man, I could have kept my $15 until that morning because I really hit in the morning than I do in the afternoon. So I shouldn't even got that. God, no. But I'm in my head, I'm like that. I know I can do better than that. So let me go on and try these numbers. So that's how I am with the scratch off. And needless to say, I hadn't bought I hit that money and I played it back and I didn't hit nothing. I'm like, now one of them hit. I was too hot. And I did all $5 on that one. But 5 different ones. Then I got to thinking, see, that's why I don't need to listen to Joe. I get mine back to back just in case one don't hit. I know the other one gonna hit. But then when they don't hit like that, because they done changed up. So now it's like it don't matter what number you get. I used to have the system where 0 through 10, them guaranteed hits. Now it's like later part, it might be the 20s and all that. So I'm like, man, it's over with. So my system is gone. So I understand how that is with the gambling world. And we definitely ain't been back to the casino since anniversary since June. So yeah, we ain't been doing good in that. But I have been doing a little bit for my app, the jackpot, playing that. So I was in a pool. I got in the pool where you can, everybody in the pool for like the Powerball or whatever. And a lot of people was hitting. I hit $25 on that. So when I opened that, I was like, oh, yes. Because I only had spent like $10. So in that, I can do the natural state for $1. Lucky for life for $2, those little things. And then the 5,000, 4 numbers when you got to pick 4 numbers. Usually, every now and then, I like do your date of birth, my date of birth, and stuff like. I ain't hit them yet, so. But hey, it'll happen when it happens. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all I have too. I don't have too much of nothing. It is August this month. This year is for me. I was talking to Chase the other day. And for me, it seems like it flew by, He said it hasn't, but I think so. This is the 8th month. And this is the first year that I cannot get my swimming pool clear. And so that has really drove me. So, I was telling my brother when I was on the phone with him earlier before I put you on, if this flock don't work, that's it. I ain't spending nothing else. We're just done with it. I don't know what else to be done. I'm going to have Joe put my little new thing in there and just go from there. So hopefully, Lord, you hear my prayer. I'm praying right now on here that it'll be clear and it'll flock like it needs to. So it runs for 2 hours and then I turn it off. On recirculate, now I did remember something new. I learned that you have to do it on recirculate. And the last time I flocked it, I didn't do it on there. And so I'm recirculating, and what that does is it just runs the water to where it doesn't, you shut it off with the, so it won't go in the sand field. And then it's just going in there, so recirculating there. And so once it does that, it's supposed to grab all the stuff cloudy and, crumble it up and then make it fall so you can vacuum. So we'll see. And I've been looking at these YouTube videos and I'm like, I know I'm doing something.
I'm shocked that you haven't just written down the rules.
I got it. So here's the problem. First of all, they've changed their product. So when I open the pool, it's none of the stuff that I have written down. They don't use yellow killer. That's what it was called in the bags of shot. That's how I did. It is written in my.
But I don't think. Why haven't you looked on Amazon to buy that?
You know what? I didn't think about looking at it. I don't know if they have it anymore.
But you have. You have the brand. You can look it up on order it directly.
Yeah, and I should have. Yeah.
Ta-da.
But yeah, I didn't think about Amazon. Great idea, but of course it's too late now. When I say I'm not,
Amazon will be there the next day.
Yeah, but that's something I can look at for next year.
Yeah.
But I'm so over it. It's almost been but August is the hottest month.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it ain't like it's not gonna
right. Yeah. So if it
we'll
does,
be over here.
Yeah. If it hopefully, like I say, it should be. If so, then all the things that we need to do is gonna be done because we got to put the fence back up. That fell because I ordered the clips. Joe do that, and then I I ordered that. Oh God, I forgot what it's called, to hide the sun and stuff. So it's gonna be some new things that I want to do, and I'm just disappointed that I couldn't enjoy it. Just in June and July, yeah, how I wanted to. So, but it'll get there.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see y'all next month for her birthday month.
Oh, yeah. I will be, of course, I'm 20 right now. I'll be 21. I've been holding 20. I'm 20 right now. I'll be 21 next month for the, I'm not going to even say 20 sometime, but also, I'm having my 30-year class reunion, but we're going to do something next Saturday. For some reason, they are doing something in October. I hadn't paid. I don't.
So y'all doing something in October too, huh? Ours is October too.
Y'all's in October? Why is it in October?
So I guess they're trying to combine the 20th and 30th together, I guess. They doing like a little tour and all of that.
See, that we ain't doing no tour. I think she said something about, but anyway, that's what we did for our 10. Is your 10 year?
Mm-hmm.
God, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are 28. Lord, you old. I'm just going to be 20. Lord, 21. Well, yeah. All right, we will see you next month on. Yeah, it's my birthday month. I'm like you. If the Lord bless us and come, and I got my open hands to receive, I want to do something different for my birthday this year, if I can. So, in the making. Till next time. Peace.